Unemployment figures set to be released by Statistics South Africa this week. The country's unemployment rate was at 33.9% in the second quarter of 2022. We speak now to Kota, member of the Assembly for the Unemployed, about the joblessness rate in South Africa. Thank you very much, Mr. Kota, for availing yourself this afternoon. Perhaps let's go beyond the numbers. Tell us about some of the stories that you are experiencing from the everyday young person that you interact with in South Africa where unemployment is concerned.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to Newzroom Afrika viewers. Unemployment is a virus in our townships. We no longer live in townships. We live in concentration camps where young people have completely lost hope. Where we live, our townships have become den of drugs. There's so much crime. Young people have tended to become amaparas before they reach their teen because of the unemployment rate. Young people, in particular young women, they lose their virginity before they are teen. There's so much high pregnancy rate. The society is not functioning. Black working class young people have been pushed into the peripheries of our society. They have no stake of whatsoever in this society. They don't feel they are part of this society because you've got an economy that is not working for them. So we have been making a call and will continue to make this call. The reorganization of the economy. An economic system that will put people first, that will not prioritize profits. We've been also making a call for the basic income grant to infuse hope into young people because we are living in a society that thrives on desperation. And any society that thrives on desperation is no society. It's a society to be replaced. So you need to infuse hope. You need to inculcate the humanity of people whose humanity has been robbed by the economic system that is not working in this country. Thus, we have been making this call for the basic income grant. Number 3, the municipalities are dysfunctional, are not working. There's a crisis of water because of the climate crisis in this country. We have been making a call, and this is impacting on food. This is impacting on the livelihoods of those that are unemployed, those that have been pushed to the peripheries of our society. We have been making a call for a just transition. The public transport has collapsed. Our roads have become a carnage. So thus we have been making this call, and humanity is facing extinction because of the climate crisis. Thus we have been making a call for the renewable energy or a just transition. So we will continue because the current society as it is a society that forfeits and dehumanizes those who are out of work, and there are no prospects of full employment in this country anymore. Thus we are saying the only way out, you've got to reorganize this economy.
Ayanda, you touched briefly on the consequences of those inflicted by this virus, or what you call a virus of unemployment. And you've also painted a picture of doom and gloom. Are there any success stories that you can highlight, right? Not to romanticize perseverance and the challenges that people face, but you do find young people who have been relentless and stubborn about getting themselves out of a situation that is quite desperate.
Well, I mean, black working class, in particular young people, they've got resilience. If it was not resilience, the situation would be worse than this. They are swimming against the tide, and they are pushing because of their demonstrating their resilience. And we appreciate and we acknowledge that. But we are saying we cannot rely on the resilience of few individuals, when the majority of young people, in particular the black working class, when their hope has been stolen by this virus of unemployment. So yes, there have been those cases. And also another matter that has been raised is a question of entrepreneur. Equally, we are saying we cannot take entrepreneur as a passenger to the problems facing young people in this country. It cannot be a passenger. Thus, we are very adamant in making a call that says you've got to reorganize this economy. It is not working for the majority of people in this country, whose life only matter when they've got to produce the ID when it's only election time. Nothing is working in this country. Education system is not working. The majority of young people in this country, in particular the black working class young people, are dropouts. A research has shown that even those that are at school, they do not read with meaning and understanding. So you've got a huge crisis in this country where young people continue to be dehumanized. The lives of young people in this country are not different from the lives of young people who lived under apartheid. And I'm saying hope is quite key. You can't have a society that steals the hope from its future leaders, from the young people who've got to build this country. You can't have a society that wastes. You wake up, all that you can do, you stand in a corner of Mitchell's Plain, you stand in a corner of Kubulet, you stand in a corner of Kailicha, because you've got nothing to do. You've got arms, you've got brains, you've got an able body, but that talent is wasted by this society. There's absolutely nothing you can do. What happens?
If you allow me to just join you there, please. I do beg your pardon. You spoke of an entrepreneur before we close the conversation, and a passioneur, if I heard you correctly. What's that?
I'm saying it cannot be treated or served as a solution. That all the problems of society, once you fix the entrepreneurship, all the problems will go away. So we appreciate, yes, that's one way to go, but it is not. No matter how powerful is your formula in mathematics, but that formula cannot solve all your problems. You cannot use the algebra formula that you use in solving problems and seek to apply it somewhere else. So you've got to use the problems of algebra in solving the problems. So I'm saying it's quite important that we've got to understand that.
Yanda, thank you very much for availing yourself. Yanda Kota is a member of the Assembly for the Unemployed. Still to come, we reflect on what else is happening on the African continent.